fitness director for BFit by Bob's Gym in Evansville, Indiana. And I'm excited to be here to talk with Damien today.
Thanks. So I'm Damon, I own Velocity Fitness, and I'm also here on behalf of Evansville Fitness Week to sort of build some steam and promote that. And today's topic is just how to find motivation. So we're going to dive right on in, and I'll ask you, so how do you find motivation to work out and make it to the gym?
Well, personally, I find motivation through the feeling that I know that I get after I work out. So I tap into that first. So if I wake up and I'm like,
Yeah, the drag that happens a little bit.
yeah, so I'm a runner. So like I run on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays on top of teaching my classes here. So I'll get up and I'm like, I know after my run, it's gonna feel great.
Yes.
I don't feel like it right now, but it feels great. So what I start first, I stretch. It gets me warmed up, it gets me feeling great. It gets me in the flow of the mindset of, oh, after I do this, I'll do the activity and then I'll feel good. I'll have that feeling of excitement and accomplishment. So then after that, I might get my favorite playlist if I need a little bit of extra motivation. So if I'm running a short distance, so I might have a lot of like hip hop or punk or pop or something. If I'm running long, I'll just start slow and then gradually with my playlist.
Okay, so what's a long run look like?
A long run during the week. If I'm not training
Because
anything.
for me, it's a mile. A mile, and I'm like, okay, that's enough of this jazz.
So daily, I go anywhere between 1 to 3 miles. A long run, if I'm not training for anything, would be like a 5 miles or 6.
That's a long mile.
5 or 6 miles, and usually if I'm not training, I only do that once a week. But if I'm training, it depends on the training schedule and depends on the race.
So do you train for like longer runs?
Yes.
Like half marathon?
Yes.
Okay.
Training for a half marathon. I just did one in April.
So half marathons are notoriously difficult.
They are.
So how do you find motivation to like want to do that like while you're running?
While I'm running, it does depend on the race. So for me, a lot of avid runners, they have the race series that they love because they know like people come out and cheer you on. The race swag is nice.
Fair enough.
You have like zip-ups.
Wristbands.
Right, you have medals, you get food afterwards, beer, stuff like that. So that is motivating. But while I'm running, I think just, again, the accomplishment of finishing it, the finisher medal, or if it's something like, if I'm running for St. Jude, the atmosphere, if you ever get to run for St. Jude, it is very humbling because they have all pictures of all the children and everything.
That's
It's
cool.
amazing. And you're running and you're raising money, and so it's a different type of feel there. But when I'm probably about like mile 10, because a half is a 13.1.
Yeah, that point one.
Mile 10 is kind of like, I'm too far to turn around. I'm still got a whole 5K to go. You just kind of dig in and you just find people around you, and I just like blast up my playlist, just keep those great things. Sometimes people can call you and help you run through.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, because you have your own thing. You have your phone and your hearing plugs. You just get a little motivation. They also have apps where they can cheer for you virtually.
Oh, that's awesome.
Give you cheers and things like that. So it's very helpful.
Yeah, running's come a long way. That's helpful stuff.
It has come a long way.
Now I'm more interested in running. Okay, I got a self-support system now.
Yeah, it's really cool. So I feel like, and then when you're on the course, there's people like, come on, let's go, we'll run together. I mean, strangers, and like, don't give up, and things like that. And as far as like just working out, period, I find motivation through just again that feeling I get. It's all about that feeling. Like I know when I'm done, I'll feel so good, right? And then my day can go on, or my day can end if it's an evening workout, right? So my main thing is the feeling I get.
Do you prefer like morning or evening?
It's easier to motivate myself in the morning than in the evening, because you've had your whole day, right? And then you're looking ahead and you're like, I still have the evening workout. Oh, to some people, evening is their thing because they work all day and they live for working out after work, right? And then getting a good sleep. sleeping good and starting all over. Some people love early mornings because that gives a fresh start to the day,
Yeah.
right? So I think it's all about the individual because there are like now there are people working out at noon on their lunch.
Yeah, you gotta fit it in when you can sometimes. Yeah.
I've never worked out on lunch until I started working here. I was like, this is
fair.
a thing,
It's like, okay,
you know?
well, you can in here.
Yes.
That's real motivation. You're like,
Yes.
I can eat now. I gotta go to the gym.
Right.
Yeah.
And like, you know, here at our gym, we do have shakes and meals to go. So it makes it very easy for those avid workouters.
Yeah.
People who want to work out. So.
I feel like for me, like it depends on what my workout is. It's like what time of the day. Like for
Okay.
like if I'm weightlifting, I like to do that at night. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I just vibe. Feels better to go to the gym. It's dark outside.
Yeah.
Weightlifting, and I just get out of there. If I'm doing like cardio, then it's definitely more of a morning thing. But I feel like when I finish doing the cardio workout, it energizes me more than like weightlifting does when I finish it. So when I finish the cardio workout in the morning, it makes my day more enjoyable. I'm more energetic to like finish other tasks of the day.
Because it's like that heart pumping action,
Yeah.
right? Cardio being like, and then I know more people who are maybe a lifter versus a cardio person. They'll do their cardio in the morning, and then they'll do their lifting in the night. And so that helps them, you know, because it gets pumped up or whatnot. So I think I like morning workouts. I think with fitness, motivation, you peel it off of the other participants.
Absolutely,
in the room. It starts to be like friends. Because if you're getting up at 5 in the morning, well, 4:15, 4:30, depending on where you live, in regards to the gym, you're gonna start bonding with people.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%.
And so you guys
you
start
struggle
talking.
together, you step together, you push through.
Right, you call each other, are you going? You know, trying to motivate each other to get there. So I think as far as like the fitness and motivation, the extra people or the people that you stand by side or work out beside or ride by side are the people that really help you.
Yeah, 100%. It gives that extra push too, because you're like, hey, we're in this together. It's tough, but let's just try to get that extra little bit out.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think that's the best part of group fitness.
Yes.
That's why people love it. It's the social aspect. It's the friendships that build.
Yes.
It's like a hard ride and you're in the trenches, and then when it's done, you're like, man, I was with someone doing that. Or you know, a hard song for body pump, a hard segment, and you just beast through it together.
Yeah.
Or joy in Zumba, and you guys just dance and leave it all on the dance.
I think it's one of those same feels like being part of like a team sport.
Yeah.
You know, you're all working there together, supporting each other.
And most people who teach here were like team sports. Like I play basketball, dance on the dancing, so like it's a team environment, right? So that you kind of get that with your participants. So I think that togetherness is a real motivating factor, and that's what keeps people coming to group fitness, and that's what keeps people coming to the gym. I mean, people come and they do workout alone, but most people have friends that they meet here, or they correspond with people that work here, a personal trainer, or a co-worker that they work out at lunchtime, because everybody likes to feel good. Socially, you know?
Yeah, and even if it's like, so when I go to the gym and I'm weightlifting, like I don't necessarily like to talk to people.
Yeah.
But like I go because like it's a nice feeling to be around other people that are just like involved in the same path that I am.
Exactly.
So I don't really like conversate with people, but it's nice to just like look around and, like, and to know like we're all in this together and we're all just trying to reach the next step.
Yep. And I think that's what it is. That's what it is about it. And once you find your theme, because everybody's different. Everybody's different. People like lifting. People like classes. People like martial arts.
Yeah.
People just like dancing. Like you all dancing.
Which is great. As long as you're moving.
Yes.
And that's what I tell people all the time. When I get into like cardio for the first time, it's like I feel like at the core to find motivation. Like don't just try to like force yourself into something. Find something you enjoy doing that involves movement and just do it.
Yeah.
And just keep on doing it and doing it.
Yeah.
No matter what it is.
Fitness plan looks the same.
Yeah.
Everybody's different. Now you might do different things, like you might work out every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but it's different.
Yeah.
Everybody's form is different. Some people work out Tuesday, Thursday, Monday, Wednesdays. It all works out for yourself.
Yeah, as long as you're moving, that's all that matters.
Yes, and I think the number one thing about motivating is what motivates you. Don't worry about anybody else. It's good to have an accountability partner. It's good to have that person next to you in class, or that guy that you see every Wednesday when you go to the gym. Y'all may not talk, but it's good to have those people. But what is your thing? Dig deep and figure out what gets you going.
Yeah, what's your goal? Why are you here?
Yeah.
And what's going to push you through?
And what keeps you going.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the most important part right there. Yeah. What's going to make you be like, okay, I'm coming back the next day. I'm coming back the next day.
Yeah, and then like those days that you aren't motivated, what are your tools, or who are your people?
Yeah.
Or what can you do to find that motivation or gain momentum again? Some things that I do for a day, like say, like, you know, tomorrow's my run day, but if I don't run, I'll walk.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm not feeling it, or if I don't get a walk or a run in, I'll make sure I'll do something later in the day, right?
Absolutely.
So it's just like keeping that momentum is very important. Even if you don't get your workout in, people get so bummed about it. But hey, what else did you do? Did you go for a walk? Did you go check the mail? Did you know, take the trash out?
Because like consistency is key.
Yeah.
Like I said, you don't want to lose that habit.
No.
You know, so even if you can't make it to the gym,
Right.
as long as you're doing something, you just want to keep that habit in your mind and in part of your process.
Yep, 20 minutes, something. Hey,
Yeah, just
get
jump
the
some
kids
rope.
dancing,
Yeah.
put some music on in the kitchen while you're cooking. Something, you have a sick child, you know, make the most of it. Do a quick little 10-minute in the front room while they're asleep or something, you know.
Yeah, it is. And you can just, even if it's just like hold a plank for a little while.
Yeah.
So you can
anything.
do around the house. For a while there, what I would do is like I would make things like little games in my house
Cool.
like that, and just fitness stuff like okay, every time I go into a different room, 5 push-ups.
Yeah.
No matter what.
That's good. That keeps your mind going too. You can make your own workout cards instead of buying them on, you know, Amazon and all that.
Yeah.
Just write down things, flip them over, and do it.
Yeah.
Those are cool. I've done that before.
And I feel like what a lot of people like in my gym I like right now is we have like an online program. So sometimes I'll put like, these are your tasks for the day. Because I like being able to come in there and check off like I did a thing. Because it's all those short goals that people like.
Checking off is always good.
Yeah, it
you
is.
see that. You
Any
see-
sort of list, no matter what form it comes into, have a list. It goes a long way.
It's that feeling, you know, that I talked about earlier. It's that accomplishment feeling that I've done it. I feel good about myself.
And letting people know that you did it too. Yeah, like, hey, I accomplished this goal today. How are your goals looking over there? Like, I wasn't going to do it, but thanks for reminding me you did it, so now I'm going to do it.
Yep, there's the motivation right
have that accountability. So.
Yep.
Yeah, I know, like, even in the gym itself, I feel like competition plays a little bit of a role. And you'll see somebody who does like a kick that you don't know before. You're like, okay, how can I do that? What? I need to work on that now.
Yes.
And then you have this like back and forth, like, okay, what's our next stage? How can I step you up a little bit and make myself a little bit more?
And that goes for just in here.
Yeah.
If you're not feeling it, you came in and you see somebody really decent. Now you might not be on their level, but that kind of gets you
it's like, I need to push
hey,
myself.
I need to push myself. Or in a dance class, or in any group fitness class, you see someone over there packing on an extra 5 pounds, and you've been at, you know, your 8 all these, you know, for 6 months. You're like, you know, maybe I need to push myself a little bit.
Yeah.
So you can get the momentum and the motivation by the people around you as well. Pushing
So you've been
yourself.
dancing around group fitness for a little bit
Yeah.
now. So what's your opinion on the trajectory of group fitness and how it is the motivating factor?
Well, I think the trajectory of group fitness right now, even though if you ask mainstream fitness, they think it's going away with all the like fitness influencers online and all the social media like abilities to find a trainer far away and all these different things. But I think that group fitness is still here and it will be here for a while. What we here at BFit are looking to do is just try to build that that camaraderie, that accountability, that fun, excitement, have a variety in our format, in our schedule, in the content that we offer. I feel like group fitness, this is my personal opinion, is a motivating factor by the people that are in the class. For example, there was a lady in my Zoom class before I was even an instructor in North Carolina, didn't know her, we made eye contact every Wednesday night, and we jammed it out, right? And we did that for years. But then one day we interacted, and now she's one of my closest friends from dancing to group fitness class.
Yeah,
like
that's
we
really
talk
good.
almost every day.
Nice, wow.
Like that's how
Yeah,
you
you're
know
strong.
I'm an
Yeah.
instructor now. She is an instructor now, and it's just like we came together
Yeah.
through group fitness.
Yeah.
And so
It's
we
really
like
bomb.
know each other's families. I mean, it's crazy. And there's other people like that.
Yeah.
There's stories beyond stories beyond stories.
So when I'm teaching, like there's a class that I teach, and there's like 8 of them, and like a few days ago, we just all went out.
Yeah.
And just like have a good night out on the town. Yeah. So it really is. You're right. It's a strong way to like build like actual friendships.
And it's just it's something that feels good about just doing something you love with other people.
Yeah, and like influencers are becoming really popular, but it won't ever capture the same energy as being in a room with them.
I would agree, because I'm not saying that the fitness influencers, social media, and different places aren't great or
Right?
not
Yeah, they have a place
good.
for sure.
There are people who
Yeah,
love
100%.
that, and that's great. But I do feel like there's something about coming to a gym in your local area, finding your favorite local instructor, and working out with them weekly,
Yeah.
daily.
Yeah, just like
Depending
something
on
that being able to high five somebody after a
Yes.
workout, that goes a long way.
Being able just to be the best part of someone's day as an instructor is amazing.
Yeah.
Like I taught aqua Zumba this morning. It is very for the instructor. It's very hard. Like we are outside, they are in the pool.
Oh yeah.
So it's very exhausting, but it's so fulfilling to know after class, like, that was a great class, you know, oh my gosh, you know, and that's the thing. It's like you miss that online.
You do, yeah. Dude, it's hard to like transmit like communication
Yeah.
too, because typically it's just like you may be able to communicate directly to the instructor, but not the other people in the class.
Right.
Yeah, so you miss all those little moments. Like when I'm teaching in a class and like something will happen and they'll smell a start laugh together and things like that. You miss all those kind of little moments that like bring you together and help you get through that class.
Yeah, like maybe you're doing a combo or something and some part go one way, you start and everybody else go the other way. It's kind of funny, but you're like, it's, you know.
Yeah, and those little moments that bring you together and make the whole class experience more worth it.
Yes. I think group fitness is amazing.
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to be around the state for a long time.
Yes.
It's such a core of fitness in itself.
It is.
I think the structure will change a little bit from time
I
to
would
time.
agree.
Yeah.
I would agree. The structure will change. The offerings will be different.
Because I used to teach like bigger group classes, like 20 plus people sometimes. And then, so I've strengthened my system down. So like we teach like 8 to 10 people per class. Just so like I can make sure like I have more individual time with them.
Contact.
Yeah, and like some people like that, and some people like being in like a big mass class, where kind of just go to a group. So I feel like we can just change the aspect of like it's still a group, but like you can find a different structure that might fit you better. Because some people prefer like a bigger, like big energy class. Like I've been to lots of like Zumba halls. Can get crazy.
Can get crazy.
And that's exciting though too in its own way, because then it's like you're at a dance club.
Yeah.
And that's like a fun.
And it's like we're working out.
Yeah.
Like we're cracking up, we're having fun, we know the songs. It's such a great feeling to like have a stressful day and you come to your local gym, go to your favorite class, and you just like let it all go, and you're like, man, I'm so glad I was able to work out today. And just have a good time. You don't know what people are going through, and people live to come to the gym for that hour, that 2 hour, whatever, and that is the best part of their day.
So let's put you on the spot. Let's take a look behind the curtain a little bit. What motivates you to teach a class?
Oh, what motivates me to teach a class? I think it's hard. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
There are days where I'm like, hey, I would rather do my own workout, or hey, I'd rather sleep in the bed a little bit longer.
Yep, for those 5 a.m.
But the motivation is, I know that those people are going to be there. And when I come in, they'll be excited to see me and excited to get a workout in.
Same.
Whatever it is, right?
Yeah, same. It's like being there for them because you know, like they're working hard. It's like you become such a pivotal part of their journey. Like that, I feel like that motivates me too. I know like I'm such a key to their journey. Like, I gotta be there for them. And it's exciting to be there for them.
Yes, and you want to be there for them, and you want to see their progression, and you want to hear that they can do this now, or they can stand longer or whatever
Yeah,
it is,
because
right?
it's such a like with so many like options out there.
Yeah.
It's such an honor for people to like choose you as like the ones like such a healthy lifestyle.
Yes,
And,
yes,
like, and
that
this
is
is sort
such
of
a, that's such a heart beater there because it's like, oh, there, especially like at a gym, there's 4 locations for us, so they could choose wherever
Yeah.
that they chose to be and work out with me,
Yeah.
right? So that part is very humbling. It's very
yeah.
special.
It
It's
is,
great.
yeah, and it
it's-
almost makes it worth it just for that alone. Just to know like
Yeah.
you like trusted me enough with your healthcare and your journey, and
Yep.
you appreciated what I bring to the table. That
Exactly.
we're doing this together.
Exactly. I love that part of
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Oh,
And that's what I'm
especially
like.
on those
Yeah, especially
days.
those, yeah. That's
You
what I
don't
think
wanna
about
do it.
when I roll out at 4:45 in the morning, and I'm like, they're there for me. I'll be there for them.
And you're like, but once you get there,
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
different.
it's on. Yeah. Once I get there and I turn on the music, I'm like, okay, it's time to groove
When
now.
that
Let's-
beat drops, it's on. Music is very
It is.
motivational as well.
Yeah.
The tracks that the instructors are using, or
Yeah.
even like just the vibe in the gym when you're working, and even some personal trainers can see, depending on how their plan is, they might have to change up.
100%. Yeah.
They might have to change, and then
Because music can affect you on a wild level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you might have to change up your plan for them. And then as far as the class, you might have to change up your plan for that class.
There's some times when I had to call like an audible and like the whole playlist is changing.
Yeah.
Because everybody's like, what is this
Right.
hip hop we're listening to? And
Yes.
what's classic rock? And I'm like, all right, here's a little abrupt transition.
Yes, but I think being flexible,
Yes.
but also finding balance and attention in what you bring and why certain things are the way they are, but getting feedback.
Yeah.
But to help you have a better
Absolutely. So another curveball question for you. Here's a tough one. What would you tell people to motivate them to go into the gym or fitness class for the first time?
Okay, so to motivate for those first timers for the gym or for the classes, most people when they're kind of feeling a little skittish about going to the gym period, they would tend to go to classes first. So let me tackle that first. So I would just say go with an open mind. Don't count yourself out before you get there. Because sometimes the descriptions of the class, as we know, text and reading, it's misconstrued. You need to come in person.
You do, yeah. Or
To
at least have a
see the
phone call.
vibe. You can call the front desk, find out about it. Also, we have similar classes that different people teach. So everybody's different.
Yeah.
So I would encourage, don't count yourself out before you get there.
For sure.
Find the person
Absolutely. Yeah,
that
'cause
works best for you
100%.
before you count out boot camp or before you count out Zumba,
Absolutely, because
right?
everyone's personality is going to be different. You're right. You might
Exactly.
not vibe with someone's personality.
Right.
So you gotta take that. You gotta take a couple classes.
Right.
Test the
Give
waters a little bit.
yourself time. Take
Yeah.
a couple.
Enjoy the
different
buffet.
classes.
Yeah.
Enjoy the buffet, and try out and find what works for you. And then second, give yourself time to adjust. Right. So say you start with the group fitness. You're new. You don't know the etiquette and things like that. You probably feel like out of sorts. But I would just go up to the instructor and say, hey, I'm new to your class. I ask for it
Yeah.
in my class. But I would go introduce myself, ask what I need, what to expect, tell them about any issues you may have, and just enjoy the class.
Yeah.
As far as coming to the gym for the first time, I would say definitely find the gym that works for you, utilize the front desk, and find out all the information you can, ask for a tour,
Yeah.
and then if they offer it, ask for a tutorial on the equipment.
100%. So I think that's the biggest hindrance that people will put in front of themselves when they want to get to the gym, especially for the first time.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know how to use any of that equipment. I don't know how perform is. So I know people that have walked into a gym, haven't gotten any help from anybody, and they walk out because it's intimidating.
Yes.
Yeah.
And never come back.
Yeah, and it's just because there's a lot of weird gym etiquette
Yes.
to know too, how do you approach somebody,
how do you
waiting for
approach them.
things. Yeah.
So I would say utilize your front desk of your gym and
100%.
just be honest, because hey, you decided to better yourself through fitness. So I would take it seriously, and we do here at Big Fit. So we're here to help. Just come up
Yeah.
and say, hey, I'm new to the gym. I want to get started. Where should I go first?
Yeah, because I think people forget sometimes that like the people that are in the gym, they started somewhere
Yeah,
too.
everybody
Yeah.
started somewhere.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
started somewhere.
Yeah.
I started somewhere.
Absolutely.
And so it just takes time. So give yourself time. Give yourself patience and grace. You're not gonna always feel the best the first time around, or you might not get everything.
Yeah.
You might not get all the lingo or the jargon with the classes and the gym, but
and like things will get easier too.
Yes.
Like soreness is gonna come.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
But like the movements get easier and it's a
It
lot
does.
more fluid. And I think the same applies in a way to like group classes. Because there are a lot of people that will come into my class, they will talk to me beforehand. They're like, I've never done any of this before.
Yes.
Can I get in there? And they'll get in there and they'll see like people that have been coming to my gym for like 2 years.
Yeah.
And they'll compare themselves to them.
Yes.
That's a completely different journey.
No.
Yeah, don't ever, that's a completely different journey.
Your journey is your journey.
And
It's
we'll get
good
there.
to admire people's work ethic or
And-
skills or whatnot,
And you
but
can use it as motivation.
motivation,
Yeah.
not comparing. Use it as motivation. So, I know someone just yesterday. They were like, I just could never do your class, and I'm like, so to me it's easy because I teach it and I try to be inclusive, but they were already counting themselves out. So whatever I said was not going to be helpful. So I would say the first thing is do not count yourself out because you don't, you're stronger than you think.
Yeah.
Even when you're at your weakest. Because the strongest thing was you showed up. That's number one. You decided to do better. And so, that's the helpful part.
Yeah, 100%. And like we'll have people that will come in there and aside from like feeling like they can't keep up with things, they will feel like the movements are too hard, the workout's too hard. And just knowing that you can like self-modify. Like, you don't have to do everything. Like this is your fitness journey. If you can't do like 20 push-ups like we're knocking out right now, do what you can. Like,
Do what you can.
We'll be here to like ask the instructors, we'll be here to have any kind of modification you need.
Yes, and all of my instructors here, they are very approachable. The front desk at any location are very approachable. So just take a deep breath and just say, hey, I need a little help here. And they'll help you.
It's just about, you said, take that first step,
Yep.
be open-minded, and be receptive to what's coming your way.
Yes, exactly.
Right on. Well, I think that'll probably wrap up the motivation talk for today. I hope it was informative to all of you. If you haven't had a chance to yet, come and check out the BFIT facility. This is a beautiful place. You can come in here and ask for a tour.
Yes.
You can give us a quick spiel of like what's offered around here.
Oh yes, so we have 4 locations. We are currently at BFIT East. We also have Newburgh. We have North, which is off of 41. And then we also have BFIT West. Right now, we have 3 different membership packages. Come to the front desk. They will be able to find the one that's best for you. You can get a tour of the gym, and there's a trial that you can also try it out. So you can take a little bit of group fitness. You can come and work out for 7 days and find the best package that works for you. So we'll be happy to help you.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks. Come and check out BFIT sometime. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Bye.